Hello everyone and welcome back to Chronosplays Apologists. Today we're going back 7 years apparently. Yeah, please. Showdown time. I lost. It's only a game of poker. A game I've played for a long time and only lost twice. Who was the first? The man I killed, of course. Well, seems I found the partner I've been looking for all along. Over a game of cards? Why, yes, over a game of cards. I actually have no idea who's talking right now. That is how we first met, 7 years ago. Seven years earlier, Phoenix Wright's final trial. April 19th, District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. Whew, okay, it's been a long time since I felt like a rookie. Gotta try and relax. Good morning, Mr. Enigma. I get it. I'm sorry to have sprung this on you so suddenly. I received the files from your previous attorney only yesterday. Honestly... Oh, shit, are you... Yeah, okay. Shady Enigma. Why does that name sound familiar? But you're Trucy's dad, Zach Gamma Ray? You just go by his name as Zach Gamma Ray. Magnifi Gamma Ray, the victim of this case, died after being shot in the head while in the hospital. I mean, you look familiar because I've seen your portrait, but still. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure I am prepared. I understand I am asking the impossible of you. Yeah, well, you haven't really told me what happened yet. All you did was play cards. Oh, all we did was play cards. That was enough. Actually, it wasn't. Trust me. Oh my god! She is adorable. Oh, good morning, Daddy. Oh, so you have come. I'm so glad you came. Oh, you okay, Daddy? They're picking on you? I'm fine, as always. This old boy here is here to help me, after all. That's young man to you. Oh, I don't have my... You're only 30... No, you're only like, what? 26 here, right? You're 33 in the future? Yeah. Good morning. That's a cute outfit you have on. Oh, thanks. It's my first show's today, after all. Oh, I'm sure it is. What the heck is she talking about? Oh, old boy. Me? Look what's he started. Here. It seems fate's clock will make me wait a little longer, at least only less than 10 swift minutes remain. To all those who have supported me in my life's work, I give thanks. Farewell. What's this? Oh, I don't know, I just got it over there in the hall. They told me to give it to the old boy in the blue suit with spiky hair. They said it was really important. What's this, a memo for you or some such? Huh, not from the looks of it. What is it? Looks like a page from someone's diary. I'll give it a read later. I'll give it a read now. Well, how do you feel about this trial today? Oh, absolutely horrible, to be quite honest. Okay. So, hey, you know, not a doctor. Just play one on TV and on YouTube sometimes. Pretty sure, though, right? You do not leave gaping head wounds like that. No, you cover them with gauze at the very least if you haven't sewn it shut yet. And even if, like, there is a need to leave it open, maybe it's infected and draining pus or something like that, there's usually a tube or some way to keep it, you know, clean. You don't just sit there with a nightcap on with a hole in your head. Unless that's just how you always look. That might be just how you always look. I don't know. Cause of death is loss of blood from bullet wound. Note, malignant tumor found in Victor's liver. Okay, so he had cancer, and he was shot in the head. Seems like whoever murdered this dude only had to wait. Well, they could have cured it with chemo. Maybe, but you could have just waited until the chemo was going on. There's always a chance it doesn't work. And he's not young, so there's always a chance that that could have come into play. We'll get through it. Win or lose, we'll get through it. Incidentally, the prosecutor today is a new guy, I hear. Ah, an easy win then, yes? They're calling him a true thoroughbred in the history of the prosecutor's office. They call everyone that's gone through the prosecutor's office, apparently. Because apparently they're all the same. Of course, there's one of those every year. Thank you, Phoenix. The switching of attorneys just before the trial. I know it's a difficult situation I put you in, but allow me to say one thing, Mr. Wright. Yeah? You'll not be able to pronounce me guilty today. So do your best. Do not worry. First time a defense ever given me a pep speech. I'll do what I can. I see you do understand. You see, it will be impossible for them to declare a verdict. Impossible? Yes. Isn't that right, Trucy? Yep. You bet, Daddy. My first look at the case was only yesterday, and the information I was given was a tad bit lacking, to be honest. Still, I'll do what I can, for their sake. I believe the curtains will be lifting any time now. I'm in your capable hands, Mr. Wright. My client is Shady Enigma, known to the world as Zach Gamery, a widely popular musician. Why does that name sound familiar? I like Zach Gamery, I get. I don't want to Google it because just in case it's like spoilers, but still, it sounds really familiar. A widely popular musician, the star of Troop Gamery. His mentor, Magnifi Gamery, was a rare breed of magician. He single-handedly ushered in a golden age of stage magic until he was shot in the head. Apparently, he couldn't catch a bullet with his teeth. And Zach Gamery is the suspect. Was he trying to catch a bullet with his teeth, actually? Was that the trick? Pretty sure you're supposed to use, like, just like a sound cap or a blank even, and then you have the bullet in their mouth already. Court is now in session for the trial of Shady Enigma. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Is the prosecution ready? I was just thinking, is that what all this fuss is about? A bit of buzzkill, really? Buzzkill? Is that some kind of new crime? I mean, if they killed with a buzzsaw? One of the worst. This is a trial, yeah? Where are the sweaty palms, the heart pounding? The Gaviniers constantly 10 times the thrill that this gig's got. Who were you again? Cavalier Gavin. I came to get the party started. I know I'm pronouncing that probably wrong, but still. Legally, yeah? Gavin, defense attorney Christoph Gavin's... figures my brother was more famous. Oh, that's right, he was a defense attorney. I don't know why I thought he was going to be the prosecutor. That does make... Yeah, okay, that makes no sense. Now that I think about it. Figures my bro's more famous in this part of town. Cavalier Gavin. Lead singer of the mega hit band, the Gaviniers. You're out of your league, rock boy. I know what you're thinking. You're out of your league, rock boy. Drew, my debut single, 13 Years Hard Time for Love, went platinum overnight. But that's just a hobby to me compared to this, yeah? Talkative, aren't you? I like your effective Euro rock accent, by the way. Oh, I'm just getting warmed up. Talking his fucking shitty impersonator Elvis over here, and he's talking with the Euro accent in game. I'm just getting warmed up here, Attorney Wright. Perhaps you would be so kind as to fill us in on this case. Time, baby. Time to become the opening act. What was the name again? Ah, yeah, Detective Gumshoe. Oh, Gumshoe! Hit it. And you all... Hey, you were the one that called me up here, sir. Name's Dick Gumshoe. I'm a homicide detective down at the precinct. Detective Gumshoe, long time no see. Hey, you! Uh-huh, me? Today's the day, pal. Today I win and you lose. I got confidence in my testimony today, see? What? You normally lack confidence in your testimony? Hey, detective, this is my stage. Can the antics. Huh? All this hey Ewan and such. And I could care less about your history together. Irk! Very well, Detective Gumshoe, if you would. Please tell us about the case at hand. It happened 6 days ago in a room at the General Hospital. Also, I like the music. You normally don't have a theme song, do you? The fact is as simple as they come. Here's the crime scene. Wait, he was shot in the hospital? Oh my god. Oh my god, he was shot in the hospital? I'm not gonna lie, I thought they were trying to catch a bullet with his teeth and they fucking missed. That's amazing. Oh, he was getting chemotherapy. My god, that's actually kind of fucked up. The victim was a patient, asleep in the hospital bed. Oh, okay. The killer comes in, put a pistol on his forehead, and bam, lights out. Them's the facts. Okay, well, I guess I should give the hospital a little bit more, an apology from me, I guess, because I just thought they were completely incompetent. Not so long ago, the victim, Magnifique Gamere, was a famous man. He had the entire country under his magical spell, as well as these animals, apparently. Oh yeah, the great magician. He retired years ago, though. Say the name Magnifique to one of my generation, and you'd be lucky to get a blank stare. Though I'm sure the youngsters today know his disciples even better. But inside Troop Gamere was quite a name for themselves. Anyhow, the retired Magnifique been in the hospital for the last year. And what was that? Oh, a male ignorant tutor or something. Oh my god. I've missed you, Gumshoe, by the way. Doing something to his, liver, I think. Yeah. A malignant tumor, perhaps. In other words, he had liver cancer. He had only 3 months left to live, in fact. Oh my god, why kill him then? Because maybe they just wanted to kill him. I guess. Malignant tumor in the liver pressed the final stage with no hope of recovery. Patient has 3 months to live. Patient has chronic diabetes, requires regular insulin. Dude, this guy apparently didn't have a good time of it. The facts do seem simple enough, but something's not right. The victim was already climbing a 3-month stairway to heaven. Why not wait for him to knock on heaven's door? Why shoot him? This is something personal, really. I wouldn't have put it quite so lyrically, but it is true. Why make the effort to commit a murder that you could go to jail for or get executed for when the victim was about to die? Incidentally, the victim had some serious case of diabetes. Or diabetes, as some other people call it. Diabetes. In fact, he was about to shoot up with insulin. Pretty sure you don't say that you're taking your insulin as shooting up. When it was shot with a pistol, the syringe was found at the crime scene. Chronic diabetes and cancer. I mean, I'm assuming it's type 1 diabetes, right? I know with type 2 diabetes, if you don't manage it quite well, it can progress to the point where you need a pump or insulin. But type 1 usually is the more associated kind, I think. Well, you know, fine, we'll just talk about that. As someone who is actually now in the pre-stages of type 2 diabetes instead of having full-blown type 2 diabetes, my knowledge of it does actually, I have a lot of knowledge of it in terms of like how it looked up and everything like that. But at the same time, type 2 diabetes is, generally speaking, something, if you put the effort into it, you can reverse. It can get bad, and you can eventually need insulin and really be screwed for the rest of your life if you don't take care of it, or if you're just unfortunate enough that it progresses to a point that you can't. That being said, trust me, if you read up on it, type 2 diabetes can swing. It can be from pretty much non-existent pain in your ass to, oh fuck, no. And type 1 diabetes is generally considered the way worst one, because it is way worse and it cannot be recovered from. But yeah, I would assume type 1 diabetes here. Also, if you have type 2 diabetes, please actually do your best to manage it. As someone who didn't, well, I won't say change. I did change my life in terms of how I stopped eating certain things. It's annoying. I'll give you that. It's super fucking annoying. But there are alternatives. You don't need to have regular sugar. And trust me, I fucking still eat bread. I'm not supposed to do, and pasta. You're not really supposed to do that when you have diabetes. But if you do yourself a service and you reverse it, you can start going back on some of the normal stuff. You can't fucking overdo it. Can't like eat a whole fucking loaf of bread, as delicious as it may be. But, you know, listen to your doctors. Fucking go to a nutritionist if you need to. The information's out there, so trust me, unless your insurance is going to cover it, you can figure it out on your own. But if you can't, or you're having problems doing that, fucking go to a nutritionist. And for the love of God, actually look up fruits that you can eat or should eat as a diabetic, because fruits, as natural as it may be, has a fuck ton of sugar in it, all right? And that's not good for you if you're a diabetic. Okay? So, this has been a PSA with Chronos. Talk to your doctor, follow your doctor's advice, get a nutritionist if you need to. Otherwise, you'll be fine if it's type 2 diabetes. If it's type 1 diabetes, I'm fucking sorry, but make sure you manage that shit as properly as you can too, okay? Anyways, what were we doing? Yeah, actually, I never really talked about that too much. I made hints of it at my doctor being mad about me doing certain things every once in a while, but I've never really actually came out and told you guys about that, have I? It's not that I was ashamed of it or anything, it's just I don't really talk too much about health or anything like that. I also don't want to come off as someone's giving medical advice either, because one, I'm not. Follow your fucking doctor's advice, please. And everyone's different too, right? So you need to figure that shit out for yourself. But yeah, no, I never really talked about that shit. I had a... What was my initial A1C? It was like... Oh, fuck, it was in the double digits. It was not like... It was below 15. I think. It is like 7 something now, or 6 something? 6.1. It's a little higher than last time I went. It was actually in the 5.9. Yeah, I just looked up my medical chart. Shut up. Anyways, it dropped a ton, and I honestly didn't put in as much effort as I should have, right? I did drop a good amount of weight. As big as I am now, I was bigger. Have plateaued a little bit. I also haven't been working out as much as I used to. So, look, I'm lazy / backs in pain all the time. But yeah, no, just if you do get that fucking, please take it seriously. Unfortunately, I do know of brother's ex-girlfriend's brother who had diabetes, and actually his girlfriend as well had type 2 diabetes, or have type 2 diabetes. Unfortunately, the brother, he didn't take it seriously, and he lost, I believe it was his left leg, or at least underneath his knee, and he lost his eyesight, which is a thing that happens when you have. Also, that was the most horrifying thing about learning about diabetes too, is that you could just lose your eyesight if you don't manage it correctly. You just, yeah, kind of fucking horrifying. But and it's not like from the way that it was read to me, and from the doctor, and like all the information sites that I went to, it wasn't like it was a gradual thing. It was just that your light just went out pretty much, and you could not see anymore. So yeah, I don't really know about that, but again, take care of yourselves, please. It's easy. If I can fucking reverse it, so can you. okay? Because Lord knows that I'm fucking not the picture of health. But still, anyways, as much as it pains me to say it, the victim was clearly at the end of his life. I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, just because he was on insulin, I wouldn't say he was near the end of his life, but still. I believe the question before us is clear then. Why did the killer have to shoot this dying man? What reason could he have had? Very well, detective. Perhaps you could enlighten us as the circumstances of the shooting. Yes, sir! Actually, the victim kind of ordered the defendant to do him in. A few days before it happened, the victim sent a letter ordering his own murder. The defendant did what was asked of him and shot the old man in the forehead. The bullet was fired from the pistol found at the scene, no doubt about it. And the pistol definitely belonged to the old man. What? You're saying the victim ordered his own shooting? That's not uncommon when it comes to terminally ill people, to be quite honest. It's, you know, it's not common. I shouldn't say it's not uncommon, but it's definitely one of those things where some people don't want to suffer. And it is what it is. Those are the facts I have here in the letter in question. To my beloved student Zach, to you I entrust the task of lowering my life's curtain. I was reading that. Did I press a button? Why did you do that? Very unusual. Yeah, let's go back and read it. Lowering my life's curtain. Come on the 13th, 11:05 p.m. I will ready a gun which you will shoot one shot square in the forehead. You cannot refuse, and we both know the reason why. 11 to... Yeah, okay. Very well indeed. Unusual indeed. Although, could such a thing as a letter really cause one to pull the trigger, I wonder? I believe the answer to that question can be found at the end of the letter. You cannot refuse, and we both know the reason why. Detective Gumshoe, can you explain this one to the court? Unfortunately, even the defendant won't say a peep about that bit, sir. One thing bothers me about this. Why didn't he just say 11? Why have him come at 11:05 without some specific reason? The devil is in the details here, attorney. I mean, he's right. Why? Well, was there some reason? As it turns out, there was. Every night for a half an hour, starting at 11, the victim, Magnifica Gamery, was given an IV. An IV? There it is. Oh, there it is in the picture off to the side of the bed. I thought that was chemotherapy. At 11, a doctor would come in and set up the IV. 30 minutes later, he would come back for the empty bag. Explain this happened every night without fail. So that was the only time they could meet without chance of being an untimely interruption during his IV. Very well, shall we begin? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you would. What's the reason he couldn't refuse, I wonder? Could have at least mentioned it to me. Dick. Okay, so press on everything. Just because he got the letter doesn't mean he went through with it. Oh, I disagree. The victim was indeed shot in the forehead after all, just as he commanded. It could be a setup. Let's not be in such a hurry. Maybe we should let the witness talk for a change. Thanks, pal! Fine, I can play it slow as well as I can play it fast. On with the testimony of Detective Gumshoe. I was like, I'm trying! And this letter was sent by the victim. Well, there it is, gotcha! You're all mine this time, pal! Huh? I had a head run and checked it out, of course. It's the victim, no mistake! Ah, I see. Ha 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 ha! Score one for the boys! I didn't lose, I just was ascertaining the facts. So why am I so annoyed? But a letter ordering your own death. Things aren't what they used to be, I guess. I'm not sure this is exactly commonplace even now, Your Honor. Well, so anyways, guess I'll keep going on while I'm ahead. I fucking missed two Gumshoe. Oh, man. How can you be so sure? Hey, you gotta learn to stop relying on people to do your thinking for you, pal. Learn to think for yourself. Get that noggin cracking. Or cranking. You fail to grasp the concept of questioning, Detective. First, we got this letter. It says shoot in the forehead, loud and clear. I can see that, but I still wouldn't do it. Well, maybe you need to grow yourself a backbone, pal. You fail to grasp the concept of shooting people is bad, detective. Well, the game was ahead of its time. We also found the defense pistol at the scene. This is a dark joke, Chronos. I know. Traces of gunpowder residue show that it had been fired recently. Well, Mr. Wright. As far as I can tell from looking at this photo, there seems to be no issue with the prosecution's claim. That photo, maybe there's something in there I can use. So they're saying the defendant shot the victim in the forehead. I think there's a hole in the prosecution's argument. Clearly, Mr. Enigma... I have no clue. That's true, I don't have a clue. That... he did shoot something else, though. Shot something else? Music stopped. Looking at this photo, another possibility occurs to me. Yes? What does the letter tell us? The defendant had a reason he couldn't refuse. For his teacher's wishes. Bingo, pal! That's why the defendant popped him one in the forehead! Oh, the defense disagrees. You see, the defendant had another choice he could make. Objection! What? And you can prove this with this photo? I can prove he had a choice, yes. The defendant might have fired, like he was ordered, but he didn't shoot the victim's forehead. Well, let's hear what you're thinking, Mr. Wright. If he didn't shoot the victim's forehead, what did the defendant shoot? Probably this other bullet hole. Oh, I was pressing A. The clown doll. Take a closer look, see? It's been shot in the forehead, too. Ah, there's a hole in its forehead. Yes, and a hole in the prosecution's claim. Ha! Am I supposed to have you, suppose you have a reason why he shoot a clown doll? He didn't just shoot the doll, he shot the doll's forehead. His forehead. Ah. Let's read the orders once more, shall we? You will shoot one shot square in the forehead. Which is exactly what he did. He shot the clown doll square in the forehead. The defense has raised an intriguing possibility. The hole in the clown's forehead. It definitely looks like a shot. Like it was shot. Bailiff, send someone to investigate this matter. I admit I'm impressed, but I expected nothing less. Still, this doesn't mean he didn't shoot the victim. Perhaps he did have a shot, he did have to shoot a forehead as ordered, but the letter says nothing about whose forehead. This was the only way he had to follow his orders without taking a life. The bullet hole in the clown's forehead does demand an explanation. It might very well be a clue, yet Prosecutor Gavin is right. It alone does not prove the defendant's innocence. It cannot say for sure the defendant didn't shoot the victim. So sorry, Mr. Wright. How sad it is to see the mighty fall. How sad it is to see the novice's overconfidence. He doesn't realize just how big this little hole is gonna get. Detective Gumshoe, please take this newfound fact into account as you continue your testimony. So what if he shot the clown? He still shot the victim. So let me get this straight. You're saying my client first shot the clown, then shot the victim. Hey, not a bad summary, pal. More of a confirmation than a summary, but whatever. That was really more of a confirmation than a summary, but our defense attorney seems pleased enough with himself. Do these people ever miss a chance to mock me? Well, now Mr. Wright's gotten that out of his system, shall we continue with the testimony? I didn't have time to gather all the details before coming in here today. This testimony might be my only source of info. Better pay attention, and read this letter carefully. Well, it was a single-shot pistol, right? Oh, we didn't press on this one. Why are you so certain? Whoa, what pile of sand was your head stuck in all this time, pal? You ever heard of Zach and Valen's quick draw to shoot him? Nah, what's that? One of the defense specialties. Zach and Valen stand on the either side of a girl. Then they shoot. But the bullet don't hit her. Instead, they hit everything else on stage. There's one of the pistols that was used for the show. What a great design, huh? The kids love it. Many boys and girls join the police because of that pistol I had. You know, that would explain a lot about the police force. Troop Gamma Ray stopped doing that act a while ago. The old man held on to that pistol ever since. Alright, 1 second. Court records. 1 shot, square in the forehead. And it is a single shot pistol. Like, you would have to reload. Which I don't think they would have. Well, I gotta present. I guess I'm gonna present this? Yeah? Objection! Nope. Your Honor, what do you think about this witness's statement? I'm not sure I follow you. Clearly, contradicts the, I thought. It's like, no, you're a fucking idiot, Mr. Wright. Okay, well, if it's not that... And I did press on this new one, right? Yeah, I did. Did I miss another press? Because I'm not gonna lie. I have no fucking idea what you want me to do. I mean, I guess I could have. I pressed on this one. Did I press on this one and miss something? You mean the pistol? Oh, I can't skip it. So, you mean the pistol, the one in this crime scene photo? Oh, that's the one! That's a funny looking gun, so there's no mistaking it. We compared the bullet taken from the victim's skull with the bullet fired from this gun. The rifling marks on the bullets are a perfect match. So, you verified the murder weapon, in other words. You bet we did! The court would like to see the pistol in question. You got it, sir! Here she is! Well, this is truly a blast from the past. It's a stage pistol with magic, so see? But it can fire real bullets! It looks so much bigger in real life than on TV. Yeah, but it can only hold one round. Okay, yeah. Oh, okay, so I need to... Can I get this as evidence, then? By the way, the pistol's firing chamber is empty. And it shows traces of having been fired recently. So, were any fingerprints found on the gun? Unfortunately, no. Of course, the defendant is known for wearing gloves. We might say that a lack of fingerprints is in fact a fingerprint on its own. Aha, intriguing point. Very well made. Whoa, 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 whoa. Not well made, not intriguing. In any case, the court accepts this as evidence. No, that's actually very true. That's not intriguing or evidence. My grandchild would get a kick out of seeing this. But now is the time to return to her testimony. Okay, so... Here. Gun. I should investigate the gun. Let's see here. If you look closely, you can see how the pistol's made to bend here. And it's a one-shot only model, and I guess this bend is where you load it. So this is the famous Gamma Ray Golden Gun. They say kids used to love pretending they had one of these. I wonder if they pretended to miss their targets too. I can only hope. Alright. The trickiest case often seems the simplest. Prosecutor Gavin, you missed the bullet hole in the clown's forehead. If you didn't miss that, you might have come to a very different conclusion. Understand? Yeah, but like I said, pal, after he shot the clown in the forehead, he went and did nothing of the sort to the victim. This pistol proves he could not. The murder weapon, how? It's quite simple, Your Honor. This pistol only holds one bullet at a time. Ah! It's like we probably would have fucking realized that before we even got here. If he had shot the clown in the forehead, he couldn't have shot the victim too. Yeah! That's not a contradiction, not even close. All he had to do was reload the pistol after the first shot. Oh, where did he get the extra bullet? They're not so easy to come by, you know. That's not true. If you claim the defendant had only one ready, maybe for that type of gun, and then prove to us how he got it. Irk. Huh. I had a feeling this wasn't over yet. Now, the party's just getting started, and I haven't proven anything yet beyond my good looks and sudden record sales. An utter lack of humility. What's this? It seems that the prosecution has another witness prepared. Like I said here, detective, was just a warm-up act. Now that the audience has gotten a taste of what's to come, they're ready. Ready for what? For my decisive witness, of course. A witness who you will find can prove one thing for us. That it was that Gamma Ray who shot the victim in the forehead. Very well. We will pause for a 15-minute recess. This might be my lucky break. I'll need that 15 minutes to talk to my client, Zach. Court is adjourned. To be continued. I mean, that's pretty good timing, actually, because that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time. Have a great day. Bye.